I am, by the way, I'll keep it very brief, and then if you guys have questions and want to go a particular direction, I'm happy to do that. I think that's probably going to be most interesting for everybody. Currently a partner at Developer Town here in Indianapolis, and I see it as kind of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for tech entrepreneurship. It's a place where literally dreams come true and magic happens. We have skills in-house ranging from Ruby on Rails to robotics. So our projects are kind of all over the map right now. We're helping a tugboat operator figure out a way to move ships around. We're working on disruptive technologies in the vending space. We have clients that you know that are established businesses here in town, as well as several startups that promise to be something pretty special someday. So you can learn more about us on our website, and also follow us on Twitter. We do have 2 events coming up that I want to kind of announce to you guys. One is May 5th, we're doing a Dusty Boots tour, which is our new facility in Broad Ripple at 53rd and Winthrop on the Monon. We bought a 35,000 square foot building, and we'll be moving in there come July. I imagine, fast forwarding a year from now, that will be the epicenter for tech entrepreneurship in Indianapolis, along with these awesome Purdue parks and some of the other things that we are fortunate to get to take advantage of. So May 5th, we're going to have beer and pizza. Watch us on Twitter for the invite, because we do need RSVPs so we know how much to bring. And then secondly, on July 12th, Purdue, Barnes & Thornburg, the Venture Club, and Verge are all kind of coming together to put an event on at Developer Town. That's a technology showcase. That will be 50-plus seed investment stage companies ready to exhibit, present, and talk to investors, and then hundreds, literally, of investors. And we think we're going to draw from a 5-state area. So, I mean, it's going to be a pretty awesome event. We think anywhere between 500 and 1,000 people may ultimately be at this event. So, again, kind of keep your eyes open for that. So, Startup Weekend. One of the things I was thinking about as kind of getting prepped for this session is, what does it take to make a weekend startup successful, right? I think it's something that I have a unique perspective on, in that when we launched FormSpring, it was done in somewhat of a format. I wouldn't say that it was a weekend thing, but it was definitely something that was done in a super compressed timeline. Situation is, FormSpring, FormStack, as the company is now known, and FormSpring.me are kind of the 3 names I'll throw out here. FormStack we'll refer to it, kind of in history as the company that does online forms, order forms, surveys, etc. And then FormSpring is the social media spin out of that kind of took over our company. Around July of 2009, we noticed that people were using our free software to create these social comment boxes. They come in, and it started with just a handful of people creating a box with the free account, putting it on their blog, their Tumblr, wherever, and they'd say, "Ask me anything." And their friends would put something in. It would come back to the person that put the box on in an email. They'd copy that, they'd paste that question back into their blog, and then they would answer it. And it was this really complex process for social Q&A and commenting. And when this happened right away, because we had excellent systems inside of FormStack for monitoring new customer acquisition, defections, when somebody left, 1, 7, and 30-day look-backs on trends. I mean, we could tell instantly when something was going on in that business, and we spotted this. We watched it and let it grow from July, kind of fast-forwarding to the fall, where we started with a few that went to dozens, to hundreds, to thousands of people a day signing up for this account to do the social commenting, and they had essentially swamped our business. So here we had FormStack, which was this thriving, growing, double digits monthly since inception, and it's 5 years old now, and the thing just continues to grow. But this social phenomenon had really kind of taken it over. So as we emailed our customers talking about Salesforce integration and iPhone apps and all this cool business stuff, these social commenters and the people that wanted the FormSpring.me were basically marking our emails as spam, creating huge problems for us because we were well over the thresholds for becoming a spammer. So we had to stop all of our conversion marketing and actually, try to figure out how we're going to create a magnet environment for these people to come out of the FormStack environment and into a new environment so they could do their social thing and we could continue running this profitable business that was growing. So, by the way, the options ranged all the way from killing it to doing what we did, which was spinning it out. So we created FormSpring.me as a standalone, as a separate LLC, and basically launched that product on Wednesday of Thanksgiving week 2009. We told employees the previous week at FormStack to mark off their calendars for Monday and Tuesday because we had something going on. We told them we didn't sell a company and you weren't being fired and it's all good. So we're going to have a good time on Monday and Tuesday, but keep your calendars clear. We all got in. Ade did some groundwork ahead of time on development, infrastructure, getting things ready, and basically we used Monday and Tuesday to build the product that was arguably a very minimally viable product. I mean, this was basic set of features, something we could get out and start getting traction with. Monday, Tuesday went by. We released on Wednesday, and we all went to the conference room where we had some beers and tried to forecast out what we thought this would look like in a month. So we had a contest where everybody put on a piece of paper, and then we ultimately put it on the board, which to this day is still in the FormSpring conference room, of how many users would we have on 7 days, 14 days, and 28 days post-launch. Just to give you a feel for our expectations and then what really happened, Ade was the highest guess on the 28th day, and his estimate was 33,000 registered users in the first 28 days of that business. The real number ended up being 188,000. So we were like almost 6x Ade's guess, which was 2x the next closest guess, which was 2x the next closest guess. So if that's not statistically exceeding your wildest expectations, I don't know how you would define that. So the thing continued from there. Before day 45, I think it was day 44, we had 1 million registered users. It took us another 14 to get to the next million, then 9, then 6. Today it has in the neighborhood of 27 million registered users. There are 2.5 billion plus questions that have been answered in the database, and we have users in every country in the world that has free internet. So, North Korea and Sudan and a couple other places were falling behind, but by and large, I mean, if you have internet access, there's somebody there that has a FormSpring account. So, another interesting phenomenon, I guess, to kind of that little glimmer of hope when you start something up in a short time frame, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not valuable. In the time period from launch, from November to our Series A round, which was in October of last year, we created equity value at the rate of $1.2 million a week. So we did our Series A in October at a $56 million valuation on something that was an idea less than 12 months prior. So, it's just amazing what you can do with today's technologies. You get a good team together, and you all get focused on a common vision. So, for that, I applaud what you guys are doing. I think it's awesome. Even if the teams that kind of come together today decelerate a little bit after this and you'll lose team members, all that stuff happens. What you're learning today and what you're doing is foundational to your entrepreneurial careers down the road. On top of that, the relationships, you're meeting potential partners, potential competitors, potential mentors, mentees, investors, advisors, all of that. They're all right here. And getting everyone connected in this way really strengthens the fiber of the entrepreneurial community here. And building that ecosystem is what changes the game. It's not just somebody comes in and invests and, oh, that's going to change everything. This is what changes it. So, we do this 2 times a year for the next 5 years, and 50 companies emerge, and all these relationships build and continue to thrive. That's really what's going to change the game. And we're already on the radar. I don't know if you guys saw the TechCrunch post it was last week, but we got a shout out along with Austin, Boulder, and Atlanta as places that are doing it right. So I think you should be very proud of what you're doing, and I applaud you. So I think it'd be a lot more interesting if you guys have some questions. I could turn this into a dinner and a cocktail thing and an overnight thing and a breakfast thing, and I'd love to hang out as long as possible. But
where are the cocktails?
you know what? Last time I was here, we had a Scotch bar out there. There was a cigar thing. I mean, it was whatever you wanted out there. So I don't know.
You're a troublemaker.